Hey guys, Tyler from Allstar Airsoft bringing you a video on how to disassemble your M4. So if you are not sure how to take apart your M4 or what you need to be doing this for, this is just for if you need to take apart your gun to get access to the gearbox, just to fix anything, put in any upgrades, things like that. Before you do this, make sure you watch this video all the way so that you know exactly what to do. I'm only going to show you how to take it all the way apart. I'm not going to show you how to put it back together. So if you're not sure how to take your gun apart, please do not do this, or just make sure you've watched enough YouTube videos and read enough online on how to do this so you're not going to miss anything and you're not going to mess your gun up first. Alright, so some tools you might need for this are a long Phillips head screwdriver. Make sure it is long enough to go all the way down your buffer tube and reach the screw at the bottom. A smaller Phillips head screwdriver for the other Phillips head screws that are on the gun. Plenty of Allen wrenches, any size, depending on the gun. This differs. A punch if you have one, and some needle nose pliers. So the first pin that you're going to take out is this one right here. This is a retaining pin, so it's not going to come all the way out of your gun. You're just going to punch it, and it's going to go all the way to the other side of your gun and stay there. This will make sure that your upper is going to come all the way off. Remember, this pin is not normally going to come out. Some guns it will, some it might not, so just keep that in mind whenever you're trying to take this out. Alright, so now that you've taken that pin out, you can go ahead and slide your upper receiver clearly from your gun and get that out of the way. You're not going to need that to get access to your gearbox, so just set it aside, make sure you don't lose anything, and just put it somewhere where you won't forget it. Now the next couple steps that I'm going to tell you are completely up to you in which steps you do them in. You don't have to do them in the proper order that I'm doing it. Really, it's just up to you. Personally, I like to go ahead and take the stock off, then the pistol grip, and then the other things that are in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the stock off now. So for this gun in particular, there is a cap covering the buffer tube. So what I'm going to have to do is take the stock off and unscrew the screw that is on this cap so I can get access to the screw at the bottom of the buffer tube. To take the stock all the way off your gun, what you're going to need to do is take this tab right here, pull all the way down to the bottom, and pull the stock this way. As you guys can see, I went and took that cap off, which will give me access to that screw all the way down there. All you need to do is take this out with the long Phillips head screwdriver and remove the buffer tube entirely. Once you've loosened that screw at the bottom of the buffer tube all the way, your buffer tube will slide right off, which will give you the ability to take this spacer off. This is a sling mount. It might not be the same on all guns, but this is just going to come right off as well. Alright, so now that I'm ready to take the pistol grip off, there are two Allen screws right here at the top, one on the left and one on the right. I'm going to go ahead and remove those. Alright, so once you've taken the heat sink off, all you're going to do is pop it off and sit it somewhere that you won't lose it. Make sure you don't lose those two Allen screws as well. You're going to need those to put your gun back together. Next thing you're going to do is unplug the positive and negative wires from the motor. Alright, so once you've done that, your motor should slide right out. And there are two Phillips head screws at the bottom of your pistol grip. All you're going to do is take those out, and your pistol grip should slide right off. Alright, so as you guys can see, I went ahead and took those screws out, and now my motor grip is off. So the next thing that you're going to do is take out the pins on the receiver. The first pin is the rear body pin. All you need to do for this is take your either Phillips head screwdriver or punch if you have it, and just hit this from this side. Make sure it's this side, not the other side. On the other side, it will be a rounded off tip, just like this right here. Obviously, you're not going to be able to punch it this way. So make sure you are doing it this way so that it will come out all the way. Alright, so as you guys can see, I went ahead and took my rear body pin out. Now I'm going to remove this pin right here. This pin is just holding your trigger and stuff firm. Whenever you put it back together, this is not necessary for your gun to work. So if you lose this, it's not too big of a deal, but make sure you're setting aside all of your pins in one place so you don't lose them. Now with this trigger pin right here, as you can see, I already removed it, but there are actually grooves on one side of the pin. Just make sure you're hitting it from this side so the grooves are coming out first. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get the pin out of the body if you're hitting it from this side. So if you're not sure what side it is, just hit it from both sides and see which side comes out. If one side doesn't come out, try the other side and you should be fine. The next thing you're going to take out is your mag release. Now this is different on most guns. On this particular gun, it's just a small Phillips head screw holding the mag release on. Now I'm going to go ahead and loosen this and take it off. So once you loosen the screw enough, it should come right off. You'll make sure you want to keep this Phillips head screw with the button. Next, you'll take out the spring, and then you lift your receiver up, and that will just slide right out. So sit all this aside so you don't lose it, and you're good. Alright, so these are all of the pins that you need to take your gun apart, so your gearbox should slide right out of your receiver, like so. Alright, so that's pretty much going to wrap up this video on how to disassemble your Airsoft M4. This video was just made for a tutorial for the newer players that are trying to get into teching and want to fix their guns and or upgrade their guns, things like that. But, disclaimer, if you guys don't know how to do this, just take it to your local airsoft field and get it done. I'm sure that they will show you how or teach you how, anything like that. Take it to them first if you can't do it. Last thing you want is for your gun to be taken apart in a million pieces and you not know how to put it back together. So, if this video helped you, leave it down in the comment section below, telling me how your first experience taking your gearbox out of your gun was, if this was your first time, and if this video helped you. So, I'm going to be making another video on how to properly disassemble your airsoft gearbox to get access to the internals. So if you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below, and be sure to tune in to the next video. This is Tyler from Allstar Airsoft, signing out.